Welcome to the game of Mechabellum. I'm fighting against Hungry Man, and we just talked right at the start of the match. He had just watched my video about fort fights, where I'm fighting with forts with mine with overload against the opponent with elite marksman. And I ended up choosing here giant specialist. So, and with 5 badgers at the start, I was planning to go 5 badgers with forts. So quite a coincidence. He just watched a video of mine with using forts, and I will use forts against him. He has quite a few options here. This one is good, and I think it's the one he will choose, with Sabertooth and Crawlers with Missile Spec, but he will not go aggressive like I go with Sabertooths. And while you wait for him to choose, you could subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. It really helps the channel and helps me get closer to the 1,000 subscribers that I really want, even if I am still a bit away from it. Getting close to 600 now. You can see here, to speed this because this will take quite some time to put things in place. You see me going for an aggressive play. I like to go aggro, even if I play standard too. But I want to be right on top of the line. And he will end up going for a standard position with his Sabertooth. And what I'm lacking here is DPS. I don't have any DPS that can kill a Sabertooth. And the best choice would be Void Eyes. I went for Marksman just because I wanted something that can kill air. Since I'm planning to go Fortress, I wanted some anti-air DPS that could help. Unfortunately, this Marksman will get sniped, so one of my DPS is down already. My shaft clear locked on a Sabertooth in here. So this round didn't went that well for me, and I ended up not being able to kill his heavy units, taking quite a bit of damage. Can you hear the birds through the mic? If you can, you know it's birds. Mustangs. I ended up choosing the Mustangs and selling it, because I wanted the money for other units. And the Mustangs didn't help me on this case. They're very vulnerable to arc lights if you don't increase their range. I'll grab my first fortress, and I wanted to put fangs in here, but I can't unlock them right now. I already unlocked the fortress. So I would just end up putting crawlers in the back here. They will advance and delay the opponent units on the side, and also protect me against deep flanks. But my opponent's missile spec, and he will have the missile spec now. And I had 100 left here, but I could put a shield, but I didn't know where he would put his missiles. So, yeah, and I couldn't protect everything with one shield. So I decided instead to save the money and use the money later. And building my board instead of going for early wins, because when you are building giants, you usually take some time to build your board. And even if I got one giant now, I still have the shaft clear problem, which I will need to solve eventually, because 5 badgers without stacks are not great shaft clear. And now losing completely one shaft and one marksman here, and with my 5 badgers very low HP, even the arc light can kill one. I will see that I will have a shaft clear problem. So even if I have a fortress here now, which is really tanky, it doesn't matter if he's the last one standing just with a marksman and he can't clear all the shaft. That's a lot of shaft here. So defeat for me. And even worse than last round. But I was not desperate, since I knew my build would be good. I just needed to get it going. Here we have some great cards. Absorption module can be really good, especially on Wraiths. Intensive training, but not just Wraiths, also Vulcans could also be good. Intensive training, also a great option, and extended range marksman. I didn't plan to go on with Asman, but it's a great card for Asman. Here, just keep it because I want more money, and with that money, range enhancement. So now my shaft clear problem will be solved. I'm also selling the tower. And I will grab a pack of fangs to put here. So I'm protected against beacons going for my tower. He also has another missile to use, but I won't defend again. Didn't have enough money left for shields, and I didn't know where he would go with his missile. But now with the increased range, they have more range than the fortress. So the fortress can tank for my 5 badgers. And they should be able to kill all the chaff, so the fortress can kill the other units. The opponent ended up putting crawlers here, which was a bad play for him. I put a missile in here with my last 50 to kill these crawlers and damage this arclight. But you can see here, he pulled my crawlers, so his missile ended up hitting basically only the 5 badgers and a few crawlers that went forward. So bad missile with blank placement. On the side you can see with the fangs they're doing much better, hitting quite a few crawlers, even if not winning, because of the arclight. And here it went much better, but you can see the crawlers won the fight here, killed my marksman and now grabbed my tower. And the other tower too, so 18 seconds debuff. But the thing is, I still have a lot of units left here. And marksman, as you can see, has quite hard time killing a fortress. Sabertooth can kill a fortress, you can see here. He will kill this one. But my other fortress will win. And finally a victory for me. Here we have good options of spells. Electromagnetic Impact is good, Wasp Swarming is good, but I went for, he's missiling me every time, I will missile him too. And grab at the missile strike. Payback. We'll put it here so I can kill crawlers, a full pack of fangs, or almost full, and his marksman. Good value. My opponent is still choosing. I think he'll go for Electromag. And put a fortress on the side to be able to kill those units. More fangs here in the middle. So I have some late chaff. But he will missile my fangs in here. You can see he grabbed the 3rd missile. So he's missiling my chaff clear on this side. Which the fangs are my shaft clear here. So I have a problem with shaft clear, and the fortress can kill shaft, but it's not a shaft clear unit. If overloaded it gets better, but I don't have overload yet. And he just went for level 2 here, and absorption module on this Sabertooth. So the side won't go as well as I expected, but on this side things will go even better. I also put a missile to deal with this crawler, since I didn't have the deployments to put something to deal with it. I also grabbed melting points here. Missile. But the missile also actually went against him. You can see here, the missile on the fortress make it slower than the fangs. So the melting points started locking on other units instead of locking on my fortress. But with the lack of shaft, I get to his other units really fast. Even if on this side you can see I'm having shaft clear problems. My fortress will lock here, but a bit too late. Now, tower debuff. Thankfully, it will save this fortress. He would get killed by the saber-tooth otherwise. But victory for me thanks to this debuff. Which is thanks to me killing a lot of his shaft units in there. But as you saw, what I need is more shaft clear. Because my shaft clear are on this side and I need on the other two. Here we have efficient light, which is not that great for me since I'm going for fortresses. But advanced power system is good, since I just saw he went for melters, and melters have more range than fortress. So advanced power system, my fortress can walk faster, which fortresses are really slow, at 6 base speed. I don't remember what my opponent will choose. I think we will go for the amplifying core. I'm also grabbing range on my fortresses, so they can start shooting the melters faster, and the 5 badgers can tank the melters for them. 5 badgers here to deal with the shaft in the middle, and 5 badgers here to deal with the flank, so it don't have to keep missile on this crawler. He sold his saber-tooth and is grabbing more melters. Actually he skipped it. He didn't went for the item. But now he has a level 2 melter with absorption module. Which is basically an energy absorption with a little less HP. Will missile here, but my marksman will survive. With 200 HP, but it will survive. I'm also putting a missile here. I was worried that he will do some sneaky play to try to get my tower. Flank dealt with quite easily by the 5 badgers. You can see the late fangs arriving here, doing really well, distracting the melter. And fortress locking on his melting points. And great victory for me. Here we have some unit drops. I didn't really want any of those, but looking back, the best options, Hound and Tarantula. I probably would have went for Hound. I went for Tarantula, sold one, and then we'll put one here, save a shaft clear on this side, instead of buying another 5 badger. And he has nothing that can kill a Tarantula on this side. That was my thinking of going Tarantula instead of Hounds, because this level 2 Arclight can kill the Hounds. Here I'm getting levels my 5 badgers, which is really good, because it increases their shaft clear potential quite heavily, different from other shaft clear units, which levels don't do much. The levels on the 5 badgers really help them kill the shaft. On Hound it's too good too, but just until he get the first breakpoint. 5 badgers, the more damage you get, the faster they will kill the shaft. I also grabbed one Mustang, put in the back here, because I was worried that he would try to go something sneaky with air in the back or something like that. With wasps or something. So 2 packs of Mustangs, and they also serve as late shaft too. He will put a missile in here, which will kill quite a few of my fangs. And even oil. And he already went for the electromagnetic barrage. Thankfully, my 5 badgers can kill his shaft fast enough that it won't trigger the oil. But the electromag is quite annoying. And it hit my fortresses and my fire badgers, so they have to get close and walk slowly through the oil to hit the targets. And now my other fortress is also electromagnetic. One fortress down. This one got a great debuff time. Electromagnetic is over on this one. And now this one is sniping his melting point, which can heal HP, but not on small units. You can see here the Mustangs doing their job as lead chaff. And 10 HP. I almost won on this round, but not yet. And here we get a nuke. And with the enemy this close to dying, I just can't say no to a nuke. It's a great finisher. I put it here. This is usually where his units are. At the end, when the nuke will land. Take quite some time for it to land. Also grabbing shields on my fangs, so they will be even more annoying to deal with for his arc lights and melters. I was expecting him to light this up, but can't do much to stop it. I could probably go for a... Looking back now, I could probably go for one mobile beacon here and try to get these units back and away from the oil. But I won't do it. I will just put shields, protect against the nuke. Missile this side. My intent here is to kill this crawler, so he don't have chaff and my units can advance faster and get his tower. Also going for extended range and high mobility, so my fortresses are at 12 meters per second, double the normal speed of the fortress. But strangely he didn't go for anything to light the oil here. 2 nukes landing, but my fangs didn't die because of the shields. Still had a few fangs in here. Yeah, they are just really hidden in the smoke. But now they are dead. But there's only the melters left, and I still have a lot of units. Even if it's a level 3 melter with absorption module, it will die to a level 1 fortress shooting it for a long time. And that's a victory for me. If you look at this battlefield, my opponent actually went for a good counter to fortresses, but his problem, in my opinion, was arc lights are not that great of a shaft clear at late game, and he should have went for the hounds when he got them. When he got those hounds here. Although, no, he doesn't have it. Yeah. Take chamber compression out, go for armor. If he had armor on the hounds, he could go for an hound blade to annoy my shaft clear. Really annoy my shaft clear. Because Fire Badgers do no damage against hounds with armor. And when he get those hounds here, instead of selling one and keeping the other, he could stay with both of them, 2 level 3 hounds, and grab a few more level 2 hounds with his deployments. And he would suddenly have 5 more shaft clear units with armor to protect him against my Fire Badgers, and it would really annoy my shaft clear. I would probably have to go Launcher Overload on my fortresses to try to deal with the hounds. Even then, it would be annoying, really annoying. Not know how it would go. But that's it for this game. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like. I already asked for you to subscribe, but if you are not subscribed yet, you can do it now. But that's it. I'll see you on the next one.